Welcome to this INCIRCULAR emulation session that will be based on, it's named the role of manufacturing industry in the transition to in circular plastics, focus on SMEs. As you know, the transition to the circular plastic economy is a very complex process. And in September 2024, the former European Central Bank President Mario Draghi released a critical report on the future of European competitiveness, in which it emphasized the critical role of SMEs in the competitivity of Europe, its innovation and economic growth. At the INCIRCULAR project, we do share this vision, and this is why here we have launched this event where different SMEs coming from different parts of the value chain of the circular plastics are joining the efforts of INCIRCULAR project, and we are also seeing how to engage and how to contribute to the joint efforts we're doing in the process. We've tried to also have today with us different experts in different areas, in smart specialization, in the policy framework. They're going to talk us about different tools and funding schemes that we can use to promote this integration of SMEs. But first of all, I would like to give the floor to Simona to give a few words and welcome from TECOS. And thank you, Simona.
Hello, everyone. The ones here physically present and also the ones online. Thank you for joining us. In the name of TECOS, as the coordinator of INCIRCULAR project, we would like to welcome you to this simulation session. We are very happy that we have been able to win this project now almost 18 months ago, or 18 months and a few days ago, as we believe that it's one of the more concrete and practical projects, and also as we're building a value chain on recycling plastics and combining digital with green transition. We think the project could be a very good example going forward, and that's why we also in the project envisioned the vouchers to enable to complete the value chain, but also to start collaborating on new technologies, new solutions, and provide SMEs. So you're the winners of these vouchers to develop new products. This will be your products, but it will be also collaboration going forward with other partners, with Slovenia and partners in the project. So we're already late, so I tend to be very brief anyway. So Amelie, I guess the word is now to you, or back to Jorge.
Yeah. Yes, I would like to briefly go through the agenda. We're a bit late, but we will have a very short presentation of INCIRCULAR project. Most of you already know about the project. Maybe the online participants are not that much aware about this, but I'm going to be very briefly introducing what the project is and what the project aims to do. We will also have a foreword from our project officer, that it's Caterina Verde, and it's joining us today online. We are also, then we will be going through the different presentations of the SMEs funded by INCIRCULAR project. And after that, we will go through the different interactive sessions. How we've envisioned those interactive sessions, different experts are coming here to talk about how SMEs can integrate the circular plastic value chain. And we will have the opportunity to ask, to interact with them, to make questions. We have different areas, the policy making, but also the business side, so you will be able to ask and interact with them. And also in the in the afternoon, you will have this business networking event where you can also participate, where for those who don't know about the frame where this event is taking place, we are in the Toolmakers Day days organized by TECOS, the annual event for toolmakers here in Slovenia, and this is also in the frame of the Slovenian International Industrial Fair. So we will be also interacting with other companies, other businesses, and will be, I hope, a fruitful day also for the SMEs that are joining us today. So I'm going to present briefly this video that is here explaining very well the project itself.
The plastics industry is a cornerstone of European society, providing over 1.5 million jobs and generating billions in revenue. However, traditional plastics production and disposal methods largely affect the environment and human health and cause negative public perceptions. To address the challenges, the European Commission launched a Circular Economy Action Plan and Plastics Strategy to facilitate the transition towards a more circular economy. An EU-funded research project, INCIRCULAR, was launched in 2023 to respond to these challenges and take collective action to revolutionize the plastics value chain. INCIRCULAR aims to create an innovative circular economy model that transforms wasted plastic scraps into high-quality bioplastic recyclates. It will establish the first interregional hub to use this model to accelerate plastic circular economy processes in underdeveloped regions of Slovenia and Spain, leveraging advanced technologies from France's Aura region. Experts in recycling, plastics transformation, and bio and eco-transformation sectors, along with plastic processors and end users, will come together to establish a new industrial symbiosis value chain. Using digital twinning, this chain will reuse recycled plastics to create innovative, highly recyclable bioplastics for everyday products. INCIRCULAR will be supporting innovation in all participating regions through a cascade financing tool designed to help local SMEs overcome tech-driven upscaling barriers. With cutting-edge technologies and innovative partnerships, INCIRCULAR's mission is to rethink the future of plastics where waste becomes a valuable resource. Join us on this groundbreaking journey. Visit the project website and follow INCIRCULAR on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
And those are advices in Slovenian, but it's not even my language. So I'm opening again the presentation and sharing the screen with the public. So going through the project, I would like to present you briefly what is INCIRCULAR. INCIRCULAR is a 3 years project funded by the European Commission through the Interregional Innovation Investment Instrument, I3. It looks for the innovation of European regions in circular plastics and is made up of 8 partners from 3 European different regions: Andalusia in Spain, south of Spain, Slovenia, eastern part of Slovenia, and Rhone Alpes in France. It's coordinated by TECOS, the Slovenian Tool and Die Development Center. And we aim to work on the circularity of plastics. Plastic production and end of life of plastics seriously damage the environment, because just 9% of all plastics are recycled, and the production and incineration contribute to 850 tons of greenhouse greenhouse gases emissions per year in 2021, and approximately 8 million tons of plastics find their way into the oceans each year. So you may have seen those islands made of plastics on the ocean. So the plastic industry perceive a really negative perception by society due to this contamination, and through circularity would like to give a response on this. Our mission is to enhance the collaboration with the recycled plastic industry sector and improve its capabilities to promote the transformation of recycled plastics to new materials through the adoption of new technologies. That it's our business case and what we're doing in our demonstrator. The results are one open call, that it's the call where SMEs present here participated to contribute to this project. We have the pilot production lines for reusability of waste materials that we were visiting yesterday here in Slovenia, in Gorenje IPC, and the replication of the pilot across relevant EU industrial sites. So this is our main aim, demonstrating this technology, but also replicating it in other regions. Our target groups are universities, research centers, and to share their knowledge and expertise, the clusters to activate the ecosystem that it's surrounding all this industry, the European networks to plan the replication of those actions in other regions. Those are key actors to enable the replication. The regional stakeholders to strengthen the local ecosystem, to work closely with them, and also innovative SMEs to integrate their new technologies, and large companies willing to initiate the circular transition. Our impact will be mainly the interregional cooperation, public awareness of recycling and sustainable management of plastic wastes, regional innovation focus, creation of jobs, that is one important part of this process, and also having a positive environmental impact and enabling processes that will change the perception also from the public to this industry. So with no further delay, I would like to first give some space to Caterina Verde to give a foreword to all participants that are here present today and online.
Yes, of course. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So thank you, Jorge, and good morning, everybody. I'm Caterina Verde, project advisor at ISMEA. ISMEA is the executive agency on innovation and small and medium enterprise. Sorry, I could not attend such interesting event in person for other commitment, obviously professional commitment. But thank you all for your active participation, and as well for the organizers that are doing, they organize such an interesting event. And for me, it's really a pleasure to be here, and especially because I'm just before, so I'm honored to feature the winners of the INCIRCULAR Cascade funding. So the 6 SMEs that have been selected, that I'm sure with their innovative ideas and technologies, they will bring something on new on what is going on circular economy right now, especially about plastic in Europe. So thanks a lot, and I leave you the floor now to the presentation of indeed the 6 company. Later on, I will present some, as you say, Jorge, some indeed the presentation about the policy and the funding schemes that are right now ongoing by the European Union.
Thank you very much, Caterina. And for the presentation of the beneficiaries, we have today Amélie Gousseau from Polymeris, France. and she will be introducing all the companies that have been awarded with this cascade funding.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. So welcome everyone here for the presentation today. So to start the project INCIRCULAR objectives, so as already presented by Jorge, the whole valuation that is studied inside the project, and all of the partners already presented with the French, Slovenian, and Spanish partners. What is about the open call? So INCIRCULAR invest 360,000 euros to source digital and process technology bricks meant to tackle its key challenges. INCIRCULAR selected 6 promising proposals led by 7 SMEs to develop over 12 months innovation project within the digital period of Growing EPC in view of addressing tech-driven upscaling barriers. So we saw top-notch tech in 4 fields: automation, digital technology, sustainability, and AI-based design. We especially seek proposals having a cross-regional component within the 3 regions and abroad, leveraging the potential of SMEs to develop new projects, processes, and technical services. And so we'll start with the first presentation. So we will leave the floor to Álvaro Flores, R&D Director at Rovimatica, that will present the project CLARA. So Álvaro is a mechanical engineer with a strong background in computer science and a master's degree in technological project design and development. With a career rooted in research and development, he has contributed to innovation across various industries, primarily in the aeronautics and robotics sectors, always focusing on driving technological advancement. And since 2021, is leading R&D teams and is currently served as R&D Director at Rovimatica. So I leave the floor to Álvaro.
Thank you, Amelie.
Presenting online. Yes, Álvaro, just give us a second. We are going to show your screen in the room screen.
Okay.
Yes, now we can see you.
Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the presentation. I'm happy to be here. As Amelie mentioned, my name is Álvaro. I'm the R&D Director at Rovimatica. And today I'm excited to introduce you to the CLARA project, which stands for Classification and Advanced Recognition Automation for Plastic Waste. Okay. CLARA is our response to the growing need for accessible sorting technology in the recycling sector. We have envisioned an intelligent system that goes beyond traditional approaches by incorporating an AI agent that selects, configures, and deploys the most suitable models for each specific sorting task. The system has been foreseen to be camera, robot, and plastic agnostics, ensuring flexibility while maintaining simplicity for operators. Our vision is to enable recycling SMEs across Europe to implement automated sorting without the technical expertise or substantial investment traditionally required. The challenge we're addressing is fundamental to improving recycling rates across Europe. While advanced sorting technologies exist, they remain inaccessible to most recycling companies due to their cost and complexity. SMEs, which comprise 90% of the sector, continues to rely on manual sorting, a process that's labor-intensive, inconsistent, and limited in throughput. Additionally, the diversity of materials in waste streams demands adaptable solutions that can handle high heterogeneity, something currently systems struggle with. CLARA aims to overcome these barriers by reimagining how sorting technology can be both powerful and accessible. The innovative heart of CLARA lies in its AI agent approach, something not previously applied to the plastic sorting system. Rather than using fixed algorithms, our system can dynamically select and deploy the most appropriate models for each sorting task. When faced with highly heterogeneous materials, the foreseen system will be able to recommend multi-step sorting strategies, breaking complex challenges into manageable stages. Another key innovation is a natural language interface, which transforms how operators interact with the system, replacing complex configuration with conversational commands. Finally, CLARA will incorporate continuous learning capabilities, allowing it to improve over time based on operator feedback and sorting results. This innovation collectively represents a significant advancement over existing sorting technology. The primary benefit of CLARA will be democratizing access to technology that has previously been available only to large facilities with substantial resources. By creating a solution that will run on affordable edge computing hardware with an intuitive interface, we will enable SMEs to implement automation without large capital expenditures or hiring specialized technicians. The system compatibility with standard connections will mean it can integrate with existing conveyor system and cameras, protecting prior investments. Perhaps most importantly, the natural language interface will transform how operators interact with the system. They'll simply tell CLARA what to sort, and the AI agent will handle the complex processes of selecting and configuring the appropriate models. This democratization of technology will allow recycling facilities of all sizes to increase the throughput, improve accuracy, and ultimately contribute more effectively to circular economy objectives. Robematica brings a wealth of relevant experience to the CLARA project, most notably our work on the H2020 Research and Innovation Action Merlin project, where we successfully developed an AI-based sorting of multi-layer plastics, one of the most challenging applications in recycling. This experience proved invaluable in understanding both the technical challenge and market reliabilities of plastic sorting automation. Our team combines expertise across the disciplines needed for this complex challenge: AI and machine learning, computer vision, industrial automation, and user experience design. Here are some of the team members that are working on the project. So we can see Pedro, Victor, Jose, and myself. As an established automation company, we offer a unique advantage. We can provide both the software solution and full integration services for facilities requiring complete implementation support. This combination of technical expertise and practical integration experience positions us ideally to bring CLARA from concept to market reality. Our project is structured across 12 months with 3 main work packages. The first focusing on developing the intelligent computer vision system, the second on industrial integration and validation, and the third one on preparing for a scale up to TRL9. We are currently on 1 month into the project, having started by defining detailed system requirements and researching the most valuable and most suitable AI models and architectures for our solution. We are establishing the technical foundation for the AI orchestration agent, which represents the core innovation of CLARA. We are also laying the groundwork for the natural language interface that will make those complex AI capabilities accessible to operators without technical expertise. By the conclusion of this project, we expect to deliver a technological breakthrough in the form of an intelligent AI orchestration agent especially designed for plastic sorting applications. This agent will represent a new paradigm in how sorting systems are programmed and operated. It will autonomously analyze the specific sorting task, select the most appropriate vision models from our comprehensive library, and deploy them in the optimal configurations. The system will be developed to a near market-ready state, achieving operational cost reductions greater than 50% comparing to manual sorting processes. For complex heterogeneous materials, the agent will recommend, as mentioned before, and implement multi-step sorting strategies, breaking the challenges task into manageable sequences. And also the technology will incorporate continuous learning capabilities, allowing it to improve through operator feedback without requiring programming skills. This will fundamentally transform how recycling facilities implement automation, making sophisticated AI capabilities accessible and economically viable for facilities of all sizes. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Is there any question or remarks? Or in the room or online, please feel free to, yeah, I don't know if you can see the... Is it a question somewhere?
We can do them at the end.
Yes. Okay. So,
Is there any question online or here? No. So maybe
What
we
is
can
the-
move to the next.
Okay.
This sound is coming from here. That I'm
okay.
close.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your presentation. And so for the next presentation, it will be can you change the slides? Thanks.
Yeah.
So it will be Project W Earth Knives with Luka Pusnik from TRO. So Luka is a mechanical engineer with a master's degree earned in 2020. So with 5 years of experience, he is specialized in optimizing technologies, R&D, and cost analysis, where he combined technical precision with innovative problem solving to enhance industrial efficiency and progress. So I leave the floor to, yeah, sorry.
So I would like to say hello to everybody here in the room. So I will be presenting our project. It's called Development of Knives with significantly improved wear resistance for extended service life. So first, a few words about our company. It was founded in 1926 in Prevale, Slovenia, and the first product were files. So in the last 100 years, the company grew into a leading or one of the leading European manufacturer of industrial knives. So we have 150 employees and also their own R&D team. Our machine park is modern and it is for advanced manufacturing, and we also possess in-house heat treatment and also few grinding machines for top quality finishes. Our mission is enhancing efficiency and sustainability in cutting solutions. So here you can see a few of our products. They're mostly industrial knives for different kinds of industries, mainly for recycling and plastics, and also for metal, rubber, and wood industry. And also different machine parts for machines in these industries. So materials, we work with different materials, mainly with tool steels, and then we also work with high-speed steels and also with inlays, different types with HM and TS. And we also work, our products are, we thermically, we do thermal heat treatment with them. And we also collaborate with steel plants and with their laboratories to find the best solutions tailored to customers' needs. Here I would like to go a bit deeper into knives for recycling and plastics industry. We have many years of experience in this sector, and we are trusted by top recycling and plastic manufacturers. And we support efficiency in a growing industry, and our knives are for different applications. So here you can see on the pictures a bit of them. They're like granulators, pelletizers, and also shredders that are not in this picture. Our knives are precision ground for sharp and long-lasting edges, and of course, we also get feedback from our customers. A few words about the project. So we believe that there is a lot of room for improvement in terms of durability of knives. So we know that reduced downtime and frequent knife replacements are not good for operators. So we think that opportunity to create more durable tools would boost efficiency and also reduce waste in terms of producing knives. Our knives could be made out of different materials, with of course with features and harness tailored to customers' needs. And one of the options that we find or we think that could be good in this is using alternative technologies would be powder metallurgy. Benefits and impact. So here we can see a few benefits. First of all is economic. That would mean lower maintenance and operational costs. And then it goes with an environmental, that's less waste, means better resource use. And operational, of course, it would also mean smoother and more reliable processes. And scalability, it would also boost capacity for high volume recycling. And yes, of course, we believe that it could strengthen competitiveness in sustainability. So development of those knives would it aligns with EU's sustainability goals, and it enhances recycling's efficiency worldwide, and it also meets our legacy with some kind of modern purpose. Where we can add value to this chain, we could optimize recycling processes with knives that would be more durable, and as mentioned before, reduce operational costs across the supply chain. Also reduce machine downtime and provide a better cost-to-wear ratio compared to traditional materials. And also to partner with key industry players to drive sustainable innovation. Our path to market through our established B2B networks like OEM and also end users. And we'd like to leverage those networks and increase our market reach. And also collaborating with the industry players and promoting our products' alignment with sustainability goals. And also provide a robust solution that adds value for customers while advancing circular economy principles. So that was it. Thank you for your attention. And
thank you very much for your presentation. Is there any question? Okay. So thank you. And we'll have some question at the end of all of the presentation. So now we will have the presentation of MOIK project with Alain Sapek. I think Alain is online.
No,
you're here. Okay, perfect. Sorry. Sorry. So, Alain, you have a master's degree in materials and metallurgy, finishing PhD in material science. After 10 years working in energy in Slovenian steel industry and Crane Group, you founded the company Edition.
I will be driving there. Sorry. So yeah, we are now working on the project MOIK, which is shorter for metallization of industrial knives. So what we want to do is to metallize industrial knives for AMIS, recycling technology, shredder and granulator, which will be installed at Gorenje demo plant. And yeah, our main goals are to extend the lifespan of these knives, reduce the wear, reduce the service time. This means also downtime, and yeah, improve the performance of the knives while maximizing the use of recycled materials, aligning with principles of circular economy. So what's maybe interesting here is that we want to use also own scrap from Xterra production. So they are grinding special alloys, bars. So this dust and let's say byproducts wants to be used to cover the knives. So our project objectives are develop and optimize the metallization process for industrial knives. Here we will be using thermal plasma spraying, we want to demonstrate performance improvements in operational environment, so in Gorenje, and yeah, then document results and prepare for a market launch, so to go a little bit wider. Our project tasks are metallization trials and selection of optimal coating materials. So here we can test standard materials, and then we want to test also the byproducts which Xterra is producing. Especially let's say special materials from special alloys based on nickel alloys. Then we want to do, like mentioned, performance testing in shredding and granulation applications. Of course, before that, we need to do quite a lot of metallurgical analysis to see what's the thickness of the coating, what's let's expected extended lifetime, and all this stuff. And yeah, the test 3 will be data analysis and reporting for midterm and final evaluations. So our technical capabilities, like mentioned here, are 2 companies: Xterra, which is technology, let's say, is producer of the knives, having technology for production, and here are then we as R&D partner, which is more focusing on the, let's say, metallurgical aspect and how to, let's say, properly coat the knives. So Xterra is having 6 CNC milling machines, 3 CNC lathe machines. Here's a mistake, 2 robotic cells, and they're quite right partner for first trials and production. And yeah, we are having several heat treatment furnaces for melting and heat treatment, so we can do some pre-tests. And yeah, of course, we are more focusing on R&D and let's say first trials. About the team, so Jure Naglic is the CEO and owner of company Xterra. He is specialist in the recycling sector. He is dealing with this now almost for 30 years. Then Dusan Strničnik, which is mechanical engineer and has 25 years of experience in management and quite a lot of experience in R&D. He was already before working in the field of knives. Then it's Uroš, which is a sales manager and is having in total 18 years of experience in sales and marketing. Then there are several others like Micha Breznik and other technical staff at Xterra, which is also having quite a lot of experience in R&D and circular economy. Yeah. Then from editor side, it's me. Like mentioned, I'm now for 8 years working in R&D in the materials. So yeah, we are having quite some references in this field. So Xterra is industrial knives producer since 2017. It's also having some patents and proper machinery. And yeah, we are also holding some, let's say, knowledge from already before. We're having a patent in the field of knives and quite some articles in magazines. So this was really short from our site and yeah, our project. So. And, are there any questions? Or? I need to apologize myself because now I need to go back to our booth. So you are welcome to. Yeah. So thank you. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. So now we are going to the project PLASTNIR with the ISR, Juan Gomez Garcia. So Juan Gomez Garcia has a background in industrial engineering. He dedicated his first working stage to research on topics related to Industrial 4.0 in general. He had the opportunity then to be part of companies such as Everys, Entity Data, or DDS, working in hardware design and management. And currently is part of the ISR teams, where he plays the role of co-CEO, having also been part of the business development team previously. Juan Gomez, I think you're online. We'll let you share your screen.
Yeah.
And yeah, I let you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for having us here today. So I think you can see my screen now.
Yes,
please.
1 second to have it on the room, and it will be okay.
Okay, great.
I don't know. I have here.
It's okay. Thank you. You can stop.
Now we can see you and hear you.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Well, first of all, I would like to present my colleague Guillaume. Is here with me. He's also connected to the session. He entered, or he came to the company after we started with the PLASTNIR project. So he's now getting in contact, or more than getting in contact with the project, because he's project manager. So he's the person who will be in charge of the project for development. So it was necessary that he was here today, but for starting and for the relation we have for the project, in this case I will do the presentation, but from this point he will be the leader of the project here in ISR. Okay, so as my colleague commented before, and Jorge, and all the context of the project is related with the plastic. In this case, since we are a company that from the beginning we are focused on developing a sensor and system for quality control all time in online processes. In this case, it should be, we are going to try to develop also a system that make this kind of solution apply to the plastic detection. So this is the name of automatic detection system for industrial thermoplastic processes based on near and multispectral technology. Then in the presentation, in this brief presentation, we will talk about near and multispectral, focusing on multispectral, because we think is the key point of this project. So as I mentioned before, I will introduce our company. ISR is a spin-off of the University of Jaén. We came from a university of a researching group in robotics, computer vision, and automation. And the company was launched in 2014, so almost 9 years ago. And our basis and our focus on vision has been always develop complex sensors for industry. What does this mean? We detect the necessity of industrial processes to have system fitable for every kind of processes, where they could give a solution for quality inspection. Okay, so from this point, we have right now two verticals, development verticals. In this case, it's smart agro-food and specular vision, two business lines we have. In the left side, the smart agro-food, we are focused on doing sensors and solutions for agro-food sector. We use technology as near technology, hyperspectral, multispectral cameras, also RGB cameras and computer vision. We work with electronic nose, with electronic tongue. At the end, trying to something similar to understand is trying to bring the laboratory to the industrial process, but of course with the difference. So we try to do it online and quick. In laboratory, it's meant to be something really specific and it lasts longer. In case of specular vision, we have kind of the same, but it's focused on industrial companies. What does it mean? Sector like automotive, steel, glass, everything that has a quality control, quality standard really high. So we are specialized on detecting defects in this kind of materials and parts up to 0.1 millimeters diameter. So we are really focused on doing this in transparent parts, glossy, brilliant. So this is the thing we do in specular vision. Okay, so our company, as I mentioned, it was launched in 2016, sorry. But the knowledge we have came from earlier, because we, as I mentioned, we were a researching group, and during these years we have been in a lot of projects and also European ones. So we are like keep in touch. We are like updated to work in this kind of projects, and also with the markets, because at the end, ESR, although it's a company based from a researching group and a university, today is a company that is supported and is working thanks to the projects we sell to the market and to our customers. Okay, so well, I could talk a lot about the project, but I think, like, since my colleagues and the project has mentioned before, I think it doesn't make many sense to focus out on the context of the project, because I think we all know now these key points. But of course, for us, when the opportunity came some months ago, we saw it clear that the technology we are used to use could help for sure this kind of problems the sectors have. So that are some of the key topics we understand we must try to fulfill. So it's something that we truly know that the technology we work could help to the context. So in this main topics, what we want to focus our development project is in these three verticals. So one is the target user. Because, sorry, I make a gap. We understand this is in R&D project, but of course we also always like to afford or focus a project we start developing to something that may be used in the future in the real world. So that's the point. We make these three verticals. So the target user for us must be, well, industrial plastics recycles. So this means that we must ensure that what we develop must accomplish some of the details these kind of customers would need in the future. So it's something that we are already working, and we already developed this proposal thinking about these target users. Also, thinking about what sectors could benefit from this kind of solutions. We understand, for example, very good the automotive sector, okay, transportation in this case, or in this illustration. But of course, we know other ones that we should try to at least understand in minimums, so we can develop some solution that then is fitable for all these kind of sectors. And of course, the modular and adaptable design that is related with this other vertical one, that is, of course, that when we go to different customer or different sectors, we don't have to invest a lot of time, resources, and time in changing or adapting the solution. So talking about the technology we have decided to use, we know more or less all the capabilities of the complete spectrum of computer vision. But for this kind of solution, we understand that we have to do something that is not really expensive at the end for the solution. So at the end, we decided to go with RGB, that is the classic computer vision, but then we also are going to use multispectral, because we know the potential of multispectral, because we already use it. We think that, or we really think that we can achieve some really good results with it in plastic. Although we know that we will have also some kind of troubles, because at the end, multispectral has some little disadvantages comparison to hyperspectral. But of course, we know that there is a lot of work we can do to improving this kind of development. And then what is our main idea of the solution of the project we want to apport to this project? Well, here at the left bottom, you can see an image of a render of one of our system for agro-food sector. This is a system intended to inspect quality for fruits, for example, olives, in production line in real time. So we would like to adapt in some kind this kind of technology we are used to work and we know to this kind of stream for plastic, doing it with near and multispectral technology. And what we expect to work with and to try to have results, and we expect good results for detection. Well, plastic detection, of course, we want to at least know what is this kind of plastic. Then the type of plastic segmentation we would like to, with multispectral and RGB, trying to detect different kinds of plastic. And in the last position, but not less important, we would like to detect other components like metals or things that are not plastic. Okay, this is our main intention with the project. And then you probably already saw it, we have 3 different work packages. One is intended to develop the main prototype and solution, that we already have some key topics and key questions we would like to ask at the end of this meeting, and Guillem has a lot of things we would like to work. Of course, we will also ask for some things. Then the generation for what we call the algorithm that is going to be working with the system, that is part of AI, sorry, and computer vision. And then of course the deployment of the system once we already tested in real cases and in case of the manufacturing site, so we can have a final kind of prototype proved. Okay, and that's more or less everything we would like to mention and to stand out today. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be in this project. We truly think that it's a really good focus for the industrial sector, in focus with plastic. So we are really happy to be part of the INCIRCULAR project. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation, and thank you for being part of the project. Is there any question in the room or online? So thank you very much. And
before I quit my micro, I just keep advance of my apologies, because I will need to leave at 11 because I have another meeting. But of course, ESR will be part of the meeting because Guillem will be here. I will try to come back later. Okay.
Okay.
perfect.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we leave the floor to Andres Marcisek. Sorry for not pronouncing it perfectly. So Andres is the head of the analytics department with over 20 years of experience in data integration, data warehousing, and big data processing. His work focuses on leveraging data for strategic decision-making and creating business value, combining technical expertise with leadership skills. He is a recognized expert in his field, using his experience and knowledge to help organization harness the full potential of data analytics.
Okay, hello and good morning. Yeah, thank you, Emily. So yeah, good morning. It's still morning, yeah, probably. Yes. Now I would like to introduce our project within INCIRCULAR. So we named it Smart Mold, and some subtitle says the harnessing sensor and manufacturing process data for advanced insights, machine learning, and visualization manufacturing performance Maybe a little bit about our company. We started in 2016. We grew quite fast. We started as analytics and big data and machine learning. We will focus on big data analytics and machine learning, but then we expanded to e-commerce, some modernization, hybrid cloud solution, and also hardware. Maybe about our main partners, we are the only platinum business partner for IBM. From the data perspective, the important partners are Cloudera, Databricks, Confluent. We are also part of the Intercomputer group, which spans through Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Croatia. So it's a multidisciplinary group with different IT companies specialized for different areas in IT. Our customers, something from those I would mention, for example, Impol. This is a big high-end and semi-end aluminum steel production company. C is the Slovenian steel industry company. PLASTNIR, it's the manufacturer of glass products, and also Hisense. And now let's go to SmartMold. So as we know, a lot of manufacturers are now coming to digitalize, are aiming for digitalization. And it's always and usually a bit painful process, but we are coming and we want to create actually somehow innovative, packaged, highly scalable platform for analytics on large volumes of IoT data, sensor data, which are produced during manufacturing. What the aim is, of course, and digitalization is not only the overview, the better overview, the cost reduction, but it's also reducing the waste, reducing the energy consumption, and improve resource utilization, and ultimately also then utilizing real-time overviews and historical trends to minimizing downtimes, extend the life of the manufacturing equipment, and actually improve the whole processes on the floor. Key features of the projects are, of course, data collection. Already, I'm happy that with some beneficiaries and also the INCIRCULAR partners, we started to talk also with them about collecting the data from their solutions that are now, some of them are in pilot, some of them will be introduced during this year. Also, we would provide a robust data storage solution, near real-time data, or near real-time data in cloud, real-time data hopefully on the floor later. Then analytical framework, prepared our built-in dashboards, reports, and all the analytics, and ultimately, of course, dual environment for machine learning models, and this means development, training, and ultimately, of course, what is very important, the governance and monitoring of the model performance. So what now a little bit in detail. So what we are going to collect, as I said, we are talking already with the partners, so we started to talk, so there will be probably some more data, but we would like to collect temperatures, pressures, cycle times, material flow, energy consumptions, and of course machine utilization in real time directly from the machines, from sensors, PLC, or the digital twins, which are already implemented or will be implemented later. But to that also additional manufacturing process data, such planned, unplanned downtimes, work orders, some errors, floor temperatures, and that. Some of that data are, of course, in the other system as SAP and that stuff, but it should be all in the same place and should be connected with the process data from the individual machines. We want to use scalable open source cloud-based platform. So we would be utilizing object stores, time series databases, and for the historical data and aggregate it. and also with all the security. Then part of the project is already pre-built analytics and visualizations for floor managers, individual operators, so that they can see from anywhere on their mobile phones, iPads, whatever, not just on the screen at the machine. And ultimately, as I said, also the robust machine learning platform. And this means that we want to collect the data as soon as possible, and also with cooperation with operators and floor managers to mark, let's say, anomalies already, and to have the data prepared further for the machine learning processes. Our commercialization strategy plan, is to implement smart pole solution in the pilot site, which we've seen. Sorry for you who are online, but which we saw yesterday. Then, by following the successful pilot results, engage in other efforts already. As I said, we already have some customers, other customers manufacturing, so also target them with the solution, and from our partnership with other companies or vendors to provide a wider adoption, attend some conferences, and then of course feedback for the potential customers and the partners. This is our team. It's me on the left, Ondřej Maršiček. Boštjan Meglič is our senior architect with wide knowledge in streaming, in open source, in Spark, parallel processing, and administration. Spela Škvarč is our data scientist and analytics, and Matic Železnik is too. He is also data scientist and analyst and a developer. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe any questions?
Yeah. Any questions? So thank you. It was very clear. And we will go with the last but not least presentation. J'arrive pas à trouver la souris. Which side? I can't find the mouse. Where is it?
Sometimes I can make that.
Okay, thank you. So for the last presentation, we'll have Clara Spitterbrooks. Clara is graduated from the Institut d'Optique Graduate School in Saint-Étienne. She has combined her technical knowledge with ecological consideration to set up PLASTNIR 5 years ago. So PLASTNIR is a company manufacturing plastic and textile waste identification equipment adapted to industrial needs. And I will let Clara present up her project.
Okay, so it is. So hello everybody, hello to those online also. I'm Clara Spitterbrooks. I will present you my company PLASTNIR and the project we submitted to INCIRCULAR. So just to present the company in a few words, we are a young French company coming from the world of research, the University in Saint-Étienne, where we are coming from. Our mission as Sarah Amélie is to provide a sorting center, recyclers, reliable solution to identify the waste, to have efficient recycling chain and avoid waste. We have developed two solutions, a mobile solution that I have here, and an inline infrared solution as well, that it is the subject for the INCIRCULAR project. So I present you the team of PLASTNIR, the team of partner. So we see here the two main skills of technical skills of PLASTNIR. So the optical part for me, and my colleague Etienne is specialized in IA. So he's making the software of our solution. And we also have Nicolas, which is our commercial director. I will present you the first software we have. This is the first product we developed in PLASTNIR. It responds to a need. There is a lot of manual sorting in the recycling industry. It is not really reliable, and sometimes it is not really good for health neither. So we have developed this product, which is thought to be very adapted to small and medium-sized sorting center. They can use it either to sort or for quality control to check if they have received the right material they bought, for example. It is thought to be very easy to use. Anybody on the sorting plan can use it. You just have to press it against the waste, pull the trigger, and it will tell you the name of the polymer within 1 second. You can try it after if you want to. So that's it. The solution is combining optics and AI, of course. And the idea is really to bring the laboratory on the field. The second offer we have is a new product solution we developed last year. It is the same technology, but within a camera, so we take a global image. What we propose to the clients is an integration of the polymers they specifically use and the pollution that they can encounter in their activity. It also, there is also an expertise on the choice that are made with the camera, depending on the size of the objects, the speed the client needs, all those parameters. It can be used either on online sorting or for quality control, for example, on Flex. And this last point is very important. We can fit the camera on the conveyor belt of the client, so there is no major change to be made. The third point I will talk to you is what we are doing in R&D. So as it has been mentioned before, there is some limits in near-infrared spectrometry, the technology we use and other existing solutions use. The main limits are for identification of multi-materials. So when there is several polymers, for example, in a waste. It is also to identify black materials because of the use of black carbon colorant. So this is a big problem for recycling industry. Also, we are not able to have really quantitative identification, meaning that we cannot know the proportion of polymers if there is several in a waste. We cannot know neither if there is additives, for example. And the last one is that the technology today make surface analysis, so we don't see in volumes. We don't see into the materials. As a result, we are not able to recycle all the waste we are producing. We are far from the target Europe has fixed and France also, because they were very ambitious. So that's why we are developing a new data acquisition technology and also a new way to process those data. To tell you a little more about this project is R&D, so it's a very low level of TRL for the moment, but we already have a very interesting result. We are able to collect a lot more information than with classic spectrometry. So we can go further in identification, meaning that we can identify a lot more kind of plastics. We also work on modelization. So we have digital twins of our instrument. This will allow us to develop a lot faster our instrument because we can try several configurations and see what is changing. And this last point is also very important, is that it is a cost-effective technology, meaning that we are developing an instrument based on the needs of the clients. It's not an overview of technology as we often do, as we often see in that field. Okay, so now that I presented the company, I will present you a little more what we are doing, what we are proposing for INCIRCULAR project. So as you understand, our skills are in identification. So we want to be at the plastic waste integration step to be able to provide a high quality plastic waste for the rest of the circular loop of INCIRCULAR project. This is the main challenges we have to solve to have a good solution for INCIRCULAR, is to have a system which is adapted to the need of this sorting line. So we have to define what kind of objects will be put on the conveyor belt. Also, which conveyor will be used, what are the needs in terms of speed, volumes, etc. Also, what is the final information we need? If we have to just select one plastic or to sort several ones in the same time, and the final sorting systems that will be used, how we communicate with the other machine and with the global system of information of the client. And also, there is a lot of work to do on contamination, as it is often the case, I guess. So just to summarize, we propose a hyperspectral camera solution to sort the plastics before the grinding. The proposal we make, but it will be we have to be discussed depending of the specification more precise of the projects, is to select the plastic we want to keep. So it's continue on the conveyor line, conveyor belt, and eject the ones we don't want. So the first step will be to define the specification, as I say. After, we will work on our AI algorithm to really optimize them to the polymers we encounter on site and the pollution we have to avoid. And finally, we will customize the data feedback depending on what is needed for the project, and depending on what are the other information systems that are linked to the device. So the final aim is to have a good quality recycled material to avoid machine damage if we don't have the expected polymer, and to have high quality recycled materials that maybe we can fit other markets with more added value. And for us, PLASTNIR, the opportunity is to step to more industrial scale, and also to know better the European market, as we are more focused on France for the moment. So thank you. If you have any question, let me know.
You mentioned black color is a problem to
Yes.
detect. What about kind of surface? If you have a smooth or rough surface, is it similar quality of detection, or can be a problem?
It's not really the same signal, but it is it's okay. We have no issue to deal with that. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Is there any other question?
I'm sorry, I was not able to be here for the presentation because I had my speech upstairs. I presented the project on toolmaking day in the meantime.
Nice. Lots of things in the same time. So, Jorge, do you want us to?
So, thank you everyone for the presentations. We would like to have a short conversation, interaction between all the different projects to see what are your questions, how mainly the focusing is on how you can integrate in this value chain. How do you see, or what do you think are the barriers to access the key players that are working in this area and can provide your solutions to them? Or if you have any questions related to to this. We've prepared some questions in case you don't have any. in this case, Elsa prepared them, but she was mainly questioning what are the big stakes for you in one word in each of yours INCIRCULAR projects. I think we have someone from the online audience trying to ask something.
Well, I have one question, Jorge. I mean, this workshop you meant, I think, if not, I don't know if it's a workshop or something to ask some specific question is meant to be now or after the coffee break?
It's just a short interaction. We are going on time, I think.
Yes, we're on time.
So
Okay.
we.
Yeah. Is it a question dedicated to your project or general about the?
Yeah, I would say it's in related to our project. I mean, we already started with the project. We have a specific question and a specific technical question. So I don't know if today is the day to talk about this or if there is another day. I don't know who is the person we can ask all this kind of.
For specific questions from SMEs participating in the Cascade funding, you will have a tutor, designated tutor that will be following your projects and addressing all the technical specificities of projects. But here we are today discussing mainly how do you see your business integrated in this value chains? How another question was are you involved in particular networks, clusters at European or national scale in order to connect to the value chain? Is it important for you as an SME and why? So those are some questions that regarding also the scale of small and medium enterprises is something sometimes things difficult to address, or sometimes you've worked on it or not. So maybe your experience could inspire other SMEs on how you're doing things to participate in this kind of clusters. So I'm just trying to promote your interaction.
Yeah, maybe we can ask the question to one project, and then we will turn with all of them, and to see, like, depending of the country, of the SMEs, of the field, it can be totally different.
Well, I can talk about our experience if you want. I mean, we have already worked with clusters. By the way, we are working with some cluster here. Here in Spain, in the south of Spain, there is a plastic cluster that is taking part on a lot of projects. By the way, when we get to INCIRCULAR project, one of our intention letters were signed or were talked with one of these main agents, that is Andaltec, is one of the biggest companies here for plastic production. So yes, I mean, we are used to work with clusters, and I think it's really good that this kind of cluster made by INCIRCULAR can have like good results for the aim we are looking for.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other partner or
Yes.
the companies that are more close to the knives sector? Are you participating in? Is your first experience with the plastic sector? Your long track with this sector? How do you develop your activity in this area? Is something that came naturally to your business, or something you have to push to enter?
Yes, it depends on the case, but in most cases, we are hand with our customers, which are in the plastic industries. In most cases, these are some end customers which are producing the waste. Like Oma Plus, who is also one of the partners of this project. He's also one of our customers and customers. So we tend to help each other to go further with all the goals like the project. So.
And you see these kind of solutions you are producing have a market to expand on this area.
Yes, of course, the market is for the plastic recyclage, like said, colleague. It's a big market, so it's a lot of opportunities all around the world. So maybe all the countries which are now going more to this situation with plastic, like India, and Asia. So there are some markets where we are also planning to visit them and to sell our knives. And hopefully we will make some good progress with operational time to sell, let's say, also the benefit for the customers. And they will have long-lasting knives in the machines.
Okay. Anyone wants to add something, maybe regarding the regulations, EU law, that it's enabling, making it easier for you, or it's some barriers in the legislative area? Do you face any problems with these legislations? Maybe the companies that are working with AI or
I can say something about that.
Yeah.
I think regulation is very important when we work in the recycling industry, because there is still a bit of lack on the demand of recycled materials because of the price. So the regulation, I think we expect, all the recyclers expect, our integration of obligation of integration of recycled materials within the product. So this is, I think, the main expectation we have to have more security on our market for the future.
Okay. More security in the market for the future, and any other appreciations on the policy level? Maybe we will have, after the coffee break, the chance to hear from Caterina Verde about the policy framework, and I think some more questions or comments will arise. So I think it's just 11:15. We can go for the coffee break. That will be half an hour, and we get started with the rest of the presentations that will be experts in smart specialization. We have also Caterina from the executive agency, and some important speakers that could interact with us, and some more questions and comments will come and share.
If I can just add, the toolmakers day upstairs is a little bit delayed. So they're counting on being done around 11:30. So maybe our break will extend a little bit if we do network.
Okay.
Okay, but this is just a potential delay.
If they're finishing at 12:30, maybe we can include one presentation now from
Natalia is not here yet, and Rita is upstairs too.
Yeah, maybe Caterina, if you would like to put your presentation first, we can go for the coffee break at 12:30, or if you prefer, you can do it the last one.
If I can do it now, I would. You mean really right now?
Yeah, if you want to do it now, because the to make us day is having a little bit of delay. We would like to interact and network with participants there, and it will be in a quarter.
For me, it's fine. I mean, I don't have any problem. Then I would anyway follow a bit later. But if I can do it now, it's even better. So I'm sorry, I'm a bit sick. There is a lot of, so you hear my noise a bit noisy, but it's okay. So do I go?
Yeah. So I'm going to briefly introduce you, Katerina. If I'm finding my notes. Caterina Verde is currently a project advisor at the European Innovation Council and SMEs Executive Agency, where she contributes to the implementation of the Interregional Innovation Investment I3 instrument with over 18 years of experience across EU institutions and the private sector. She has deep expertise in EU policy, legal affairs, and project management, particularly within research, innovation, and sustainability domains. Her work spans program coordination, stakeholder engagement, evaluation procedures, and policy development. And Caterina holds a degree in law and European legal studies, and he's a qualified Italian lawyer. Caterina, please, whenever you want, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, Jorge. So I go to share my.
There is a square with arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, enter screen. Okay. Share. So do you see my presentation right now?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, good. So is it fine, huh? You confirm me. Okay,
we're
great.
We're right now seeing the auxiliary screen.
So you don't see anymore the presentation?
We see the secondary screen.
Okay. So wait, I have because we did a test before. I thought it was okay. Wait, let's do it again. Give me 1 minute. I'm sorry. Voila. And now is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
We right now see the wallpaper of the computer.
So
nice.
Yes, it's a very nice picture of my city, honestly, where I'm from.
Yes. Nice city.
So yes, in South Italy. Look, allora, I don't know in full screen. And do you see?
Yes.
Okay, I don't do in full screen because I don't know why it doesn't select the good one, but okay. So thanks you all for coming. As Jorge already anticipated, I'm Caterina Verde, project advisor in SMEA, that is an executive agency for the European Innovation Council and the small medium enterprises so based in Brussels. Thanks a lot for joining also until now this session. Anyway, I would like to say that really the 6 SMEs presentation were very interesting. I hope that we can get the presentation afterwards because then I would like also to see more in detail some aspect. And so I'm here for briefly trying to present you what is going on made by the European Union for encourage the through regulation, funding, and collaboration, the transition towards a circular business models. So, and indeed, I will provide you a kind of a first part feedback on EU policy and incentives that are ongoing right now. So circular economy, indeed, the traditional economy we know, as you know, is based on the linear model. Obviously, this linear model was very fast and incredible wasteful. So to be considered completely unsustainable in the long term. And that's why we are, in contrast to the circular economy, that what we are trying to push is to keep the products as much as we can, so materials, resources, for a long as possible period. So that's why our goal is really to reduce the environmental impact, to foster innovation, support sustainability, and the key concepts are, of course, on the reduce, reuse, recycle, and the longevity, repairability, and recyclability. So now, how will the European Union support this kind of concept? We support for the some very strong feedback basis, that is the European Green Deal. So the European Green Deal sets the overall vision. It's the EU strategy to become Europe neutral or climate neutral by 2050, even if now the target is a bit under discussion. And the circular economy is one of the core pillars of this action. And then we have indeed the circular economy action plan, that is indeed in acronym CEAP, that outlines the concrete steps for this activity. It focuses on high impact sectors like electronic, plastics, and textile, and where waste and pollution are indeed very significant. And that's why inside the CEAP, we have then several directives that has been already adopted. The Waste Framework Directive that sets some essential requirements for the waste management. The Eco Design Directive that is to encourage the design of products that are easier to repair, recycle, and so on. And the Plastic Strategy that is indeed how to reduce the plastic waste and foster the circular use of plastics in Europe. So more in details about the CEAP. This is aims indeed to achieve, firstly, to promote sustainable products policy, which means making sure that products last longer, are easier to fix, and they are recyclable, and in trying to anyway maintain a kind of quality into the products. And then the second point is also that this action is really emphasize the waste prevention. So in this case, under this point, sorry, indeed trying to promote a better design or sharing platform for indeed the prevention of the waste. And another third key is the consumer empowerment. So it wants to make that the people easier for the people to make greener choices in their in all their life. So in any aspect of their life. The expected impacts are indeed broad, because we try to reduce environmental footprint and the green gas emission, to foster the economic growth with the innovation, like the example of indeed the SMEs that we just saw, and also the job creation. The Q code that you see here, it's for having access to the real text, the whole text of the action plan. But indeed, for supporting all these that are so far I was presenting are the policy and the legal background, we are putting in place different EU funding for promoting the circular economy in Europe. So the first one, the main one, obviously, is Horizon Europe, that is our flagship program in Europe. Indeed, the program is focused on research innovation, funding circular economy related projects, especially for projects that are focused on life cycle management, waste to resource innovation, and green technologies. Then there is the European Structural Investment Fund, so that provide financial support for projects always for reducing waste and increase the resource efficiency at regional level. And then we have the Cohesion Fund. We are part of the Cohesion Fund, so the I3 instrument that support investment in interregional innovation project is smart specialized, share smart specialized areas with the main focus on less developed regions. So, and INCIRCULAR is indeed one of the main key example of funding project for plastic circular economy. And then we have the role also of the European Investment Bank. So the EIB provides funding and financial solution also for circular economy project. So there are different, indeed, also in this case, examples and action that are put in place by the EIB. So because they support also business focusing on circular models of offering loans, equity financing, and there are also some platform for collaboration, indeed, with the EIB. So now going more in details about our funding instrument, that is the I3. So I3, as I was anticipated before, is part of the cohesion policy and is one of the instruments of the EFDF. It is established by the regulation on the European Regional Development Fund, so the Article 13. And currently we have for the 7 years ongoing right now 490 million euros for project to be funded. So to summarize, what is our instrument? Strengthening innovation in Europe's regions. So there are indeed three. I3 is representing three different I. Interregional innovation investment. So interregional, because we are looking for projects, they have an interregional dimension with from 3 until 5 partners, depending on the call, coming from different member states and regional ecosystems. Innovation, because we found only projects that have a very high TRL, so close to the market, like for the case of INCIRCULAR, but with this innovation impact-oriented investment that should be part of the project. So we have 490 million, as we say, during the 7 years that we conclude in 2027. The budget of the proposal of the project can go up to 10 million, and with a 70% of funding rate, with 100% to SMEs in the cascade funding, like is the example of the cascade that has been presented. So we have 3 different calls. So the first one, that is the CAP2B, that is really building capacity in less developed regions. These are, I will explain them a bit more in detail later on, but this is a call that is really trying to foster the construction of a value chain in less developed regions for so the capacity for building or enforced a value chain in the less developed region. So those are who are successful from this, or despite to be applied to this. We have other 2 calls, that is the strand 2A for developing really a value chain in less developed regions, and then the strand 1 that is strengthening the competitiveness of existing EU value chain. So, as I was saying, I3 is stand for 3I, what I was anticipated before. So the interregional innovation and investment dimension that we should find in the project, in the proposal. And all of this represented under 3 thematic priorities, meaning that the proposal should be in digital transition, in green transition, and in smart manufacturing. So those are the 3 thematic areas under which indeed the proposal can be presented. Obviously, on this we include the circular economy. So to explain better what we intend for innovation, and high TRL, so basically we expect that proposal can get from the capacity buildings some very key and initial action for learning and connecting, for understanding which are the actors, which are the dimensions for building a value chain in a determined, less developed region. And then under the other 2 strands, so that is investment 1, investment 2A, the value chain is already, all should be enforced, all should be established, but with already all the key elements identified, and take into account the technology that is already high, so ready to be scaled up and commercialized, so ready for the commercialization. So, and indeed, those are again what we have under our funding schemes. So the 3 calls in the 3 thematic area. And so far, just to give you a bit an idea of the state of play, we have founded 53 projects with 800 beneficiaries. More or less, the consortium average is of 17 partners. 30% of the beneficiaries, they are SMEs. So far, the split of the budget is indeed 1/3 for the capacity building project and 2/3 of the available budget. So the budget so far spent is in investment project, in investment 1 or 2A. And we have more or less 40, now I would say a bit more, but 45 budget indeed spent. So this was also an interesting slide that I took from the analytics of our implementation of the project. Because as you see, the I3 distribution in less developed region in the first part of the development of the program, seen that Eastern Slovenia is one of the most successful ones in terms of regions. Then we have Croatia, obviously Portugal, Spain, and some Italians, Greeks. So what I would like also to tell you is that right now, this year, we have 3 calls that are going to be open. So the 2 related to investment, the competitiveness, and reinforcing value chain in less developed regions will be open very soon, meaning in more or less 1 month, in May 2025, with the closing date mid of November. The available budget for those calls is of 48 million, so almost 50. Then we have a 3rd call that will be for the capacity building, and will be the last capacity building call available under these 7 years. It will be open in October, so at the end of this year, with a closing date in March 2026. And we have more or less 8 million available budget for this call. What I also would like to highlight is the coordination day and the I3 support facility forum that will take place in person here in Brussels in hybrid, honestly. You can also attend online. And we have an info day mid-June, so the 11th of June. Registration are still not open, but will be very soon. About the two calls that will be launched in May this year, related to the investment. Another info day related to capacity building will be then launched later on this year after the the summer break. So also another important and interesting tools that we provide for a better understanding some aspect of our program is the monthly online webinars. So basically, you can subscribe to one of those two email address, contact IT support facility or webinars IT support facility. And you will be automatically informed of the webinars that we organized. These are webinars related to indeed more generally to the cohesion IT instrument and the cohesion policy. So for the interregional dimension that we would like to see in our project, but even there are some interesting maybe webinars related also to the circular economy. The calendar is not definitive, so it's more or less an orientative one that can provide you an ideas of how it is they are going to be organized, the webinars for this year. Next year we will have also other topics. So going about the circular, so text that was already presented, but for us it's really the circular is a great example of aligning the circular economy action plan with the Green Deal and turning everything in a tangible action activity. That is indeed this project. It supports the SMEs participation, recognizing the small and medium enterprise. They are indeed the most important part for the innovation. It facilitates the collaboration, bringing together the 4 ALEC stakeholders, so the different authorities, business clusters, research organization, academia, and so on. And they contribute completely to the EU goal in the innovation of materials, products, and design. It's also an opportunity for creating bridge between the less developed and the more developed regions, facilitating the knowledge transfer and the investment readiness among indeed the regions that are involved in this project. So, as conclusion from my side, and what is to take on is so that EU is really committed to the circular economy and trying to through the policy and the funding schemes to provide a very strong basis for the business and the transition to a more sustainable business model. I hope that you can find some time to see our instrument, because it's it can be also a key element for unlocking this transition to a sustainable business in Europe. For sure, the project INCIRCULAR is one of the major examples to see what we are trying to achieve, and there are indeed different support. Sustained support is indeed critical to scale these efforts EU-wide. So that's it from my side. I'll go back to the meeting. Stop sharing. So if you have questions.
Thank you very much, Caterina, for the presentation. I think we are going to have the coffee break now, and at the end of the event, we will have the different questions, if any.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're going to have a half an hour break, and we'll start a little bit later with the next presentation. So we'll meet here at quarter past 12.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.
See you in a bit. Bye.
So the coffee.
So hello everyone. Again, we are going to start with the second part of the emulation session, that it's mainly focused on interactive activities. I'm going to take presenters here and share the screen, if I'm able to do it. And please let me know if you have any problems with view. Here it is. A lot of a lot of screens open. Sorry. So the second part of this simulation session is mainly focused to bring experts from different fields to talk about how SMEs can integrate into the circular value chains, and what are the different tools, funding and collaboration opportunities. We also had a presentation from Caterina Verde, that it's project advisor in the executive agency of innovation and SMEs, and we organized this activity to have all SMEs, to give the SMEs the opportunity to also ask you and interact with your presentations. The international fair seems to have a lot of attractive for some participants. So anyways, we will have this session recorded and uploaded to the project YouTube channel, where we have all the different activities and presentations. And well, we are going to start with Natalia. Natalia Post, sorry if I'm mispronouncing anything. Briefly introduce you, Natalia. Natalia works at the Ministry of Cohesion and Regional Development in the smart specialization sector as an expert in the smart specialization areas of circular and smart cities and communities. She works with stakeholders and policymakers on key documents, projects, evaluations, calls for tenders in the area of smart specialization. She managed the entrepreneurship discovery project within the S3. So with no further delay, Natalia, if you can come here and present I think this is yours, right? Does anyone in the online could give thumbs up and say that you are hearing well and you're able to? Okay, I see that thumbs up. Thank you very much. Here it is, the presentation. I'm taking this out, and you have the floor.
Okay. Okay, so I can change it. Okay. So good afternoon. You hear about me. I'm Natalia Poch from Smart Specialization from Ministry of Cohesion and Regional Development. I'm going to talk about integrating SMEs into circular value chains, some practical steps and overcoming barriers. So why circular economy, and why now? Because we have this due and urgent combat to fight these climate changes and address accelerating resource scarcity. We have a Green Deal that you heard about it before, and a circular economy action plan that it's a roadmap for transforming European economy towards sustainability and resilience. And this is a business opportunity because the projected to be worth 4.5 trillion of euros globally by 2030. So what are the role, or what is the role of SMEs in Slovenia? SMEs in Slovenia are, like most of them, 99%, are the key of the economy and resilience innovation due to their opportunity to be flexible and strong local supported. They make over 99% of the business in Slovenia, and employee are significant portion of this workforce. So these SMEs are often very agile and innovation powerhouses, quickly adapting to the market shifts. So they're very important for the Slovenia economy. But currently they are very underrepresented in the circular value chains. So you heard about, so what are, and you know about value chains, this transition from linear to make waste to circular, and they involve all the actors of the, we say, quadruple helix system. This is important because the value of the value chains is retained and not lost because of the materials products are kept, used through reuse, repair, and they embedded with value. Instead of discarding resources after one use, circular models extend their life and maximize their economic and environmental worth. The barriers that SMEs are facing integrating value chains, their high cost of innovation, low awareness of circular economy benefits, fragmented support, and access to funding. And this is why the strip or clusters in Slovenia are very much solution for these questions, because SRIP, so is there strategic research and innovation partnerships in Slovenia. They are key innovation platform designed to link business, research institutes, government, and civil societies, this quadruple helix around national priority areas. They are innovation ecosystem for focus areas of S3 or Slovenian S5 smart specialization. They are facilitating pilot project and tech transfer. They're connecting SMEs with research and funding, supporting cluster-based collaboration, and acting as a bridge to EU programs. For SMEs, this is a getaway to get into value chains, because they're offering co-creation environments like circular living labs. They help to navigate the complexity of innovation fundings, and they're matching them with partners in projects already on the circular economy solutions. If we can put this in some perspective, if the SME has, I don't know, co-developing circular projects to support joint R&Ds with the university, and the value is contribution is design, innovation, and ecosystem. If they're switching to circular materials, you can support them with access to the material clusters, and the contribution can reduce raw material dependency. Joining pilot projects, participation in living labs, real-world testing, need for funding or tech. If the SMEs are needing that, they have guidance to EU instruments. They can scale up their readiness or innovation adoption and internationalization. They can link there to the enterprise, this economy network or EU partners, and they can expand across borders. And there are also a lot of fundings. They can be that SMEs can participate in circular value chains, offer access through the SRIPs or national agency. These are Horizon projects, R&D projects, living labs that are perfect for SMEs collaboration with industry or universities. This call offer the target resource efficiency, digital circularity, and eco-innovation. As example, a Slovenia SME joins the Horizon Projects Consortium via SRIP to develop recycled automotive parts. Then we have live programs. They are funds like climate action, environmental pilot project, waste prevention, circular materials. We have a startup that develop a composable package and get live fundings to scale the prototype. There are the single market programs, support SMEs competitiveness and market access. So offer cluster initiatives, vouchers, and matchmaking. So they have founded through accelerator one Slovenian SMEs. And we have RADF, so regional innovation support in Slovenia can be accessed over EcoSclad, Spirit Slovenia, or directly through regional agencies. We have examples. So the results we can achieve, so higher SMEs competitiveness, growth, green exports, green jobs and skills, and real CA impact on the climate and economy. So for our perspective, for SMEs in Slovenia, the circular transition isn't a threat, it's a strategic growth opportunity. It's an ecosystem with SRIPs. They can make an ecosystem of EU funding mechanisms and can co-create circular products, participation in value chains beyond borders, and turn the sustainability into competitive advantage. So this is from my part.
Thank you. Do you have any questions regarding smart specialization?
About all of your new content that you presented, are this only for SMEs alone? Do you have a lot of SMEs that you help to go to the solving schemes?
If we help, in our ministry we have the tender, so we are managing authorities, so we have other ministries that are making the tenders, so and the SMEs can apply to it, but and clusters are helping them with the collaboration to make a consortium to apply for the funds, or help them to matchmake with some other, maybe from other countries, to make or to help them to apply for the funds.
Okay. Thank you, Natalia. And we are going to close this emulation session with Ita Juncker to briefly introduce you about Ita. I think I did you see? Yeah, you can self-present.
Just say I'm a researcher. Originally, I'm working at Logistical Institute, so it's the biggest research institute in Slovenia.
We don't hear anything.
You need to come here. You need to come here. Yeah. You're going to self-present, and I'm going to also here put it in slides.
Yeah, because
mode, so you can.
Maybe.
You can.
Oh, you need to split. Okay, you will do this. Okay, we will do like this. Okay, can everybody hear me now? Yes? Hopefully, yes. If nobody said no. Okay.
Okay, so my name is Ita Juncker. I'm coming from Jožef Stefan Institute. This is actually the biggest institute in Slovenia. We have different research groups and topics and departments. So from chemical engineering, chemistry, environmental sciences, materials, biology, and artificial intelligence and robotics. So it's really a wide institute. And I'm also working at the Factories of the Future. So it's also a SRIP, which was presented before, because in Slovenia we have different SRIPs. So one is on circular economy. For example, I'm working in the SRIP, which is Factories of the Future. And I will talk a bit about the Factories of the Future, in which we have also key enabling technologies, which are actually based on different, what was recognized in S3 as a strategic technologies for development of Slovenian, let's say, market, so SMEs and companies and so on. So yeah, I will go like just to the, so SRIP, it was already explained, so maybe I don't need to do much explanation. So it's collecting linkage between the research and the industry, because we need to collaborate. We don't speak really the same language. So this is one main point of our work. So of course, in the industry, it's also transition to green industry. So to industry 4.0, also to 5.0 now. And connecting industry research and other organizations, also talking with government for this cause or for legalization and things like that. So, and yes, SRIP is, as I mentioned before, our SRIP, Factories of the Future, is somehow structured like this. So we have actually these key enabling technologies, which I mentioned, which are recognized in Slovenia. So it's robotics, photonics, plasma technologies, which I will go into more detail today, and model production methods for materials and nano and quantum technologies. So these are the horizontal, we say, lines, which should be connected also in other SRIPs, so that we have some kind of value chains, as explained before. And these upper verticals are actually the value chains of the, for example, we have robotic and laser system or advanced green technologies. In this case, we try to create a value chain. For example, one company needs a full support on different fields, and it could help with our knowledge with key enabling technologies. So this is the basic part. So maybe if I explain now in case of plasma, because maybe it can be useful also for your project. I don't know how much you're familiar with plasma technologies or what plasma is, but actually plasma is the fourth state of matter. It got the name from the blood plasma, but it's not blood plasma. So it's highly reactive species in gas. So if you know, like solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. So plasma is the fourth state of matter. And this plasma can be used for many applications. So plasma technologies really gained high interest in recent years because it's very interdisciplinary work. That's why it's important to collaborate and to mix ideas and so on. And it can be used for removal of organic contaminants because it's doing some kind of etching. It can, of course, that's why also improves adhesion of substrate with the surfaces. It can also do some kind of selective etching, also nanostructure, which could be also interesting for some application. It can be done also with the coating technologies, so plasma vapor deposition, for example, or even the contamination. So also in the agriculture field, it's getting very high interest. So if we look from plasma point of view in the industry or in, for example, in production line, factories of the future, it can be found in different areas. For example, microelectronics, electro industry, and car industry are very common. But now it's also getting very high interest in agriculture and in medicine and also in textile industry. So it's really a field of high potential. If I show, it doesn't go. So it's very interdisciplinary, it has high innovative potential. For example, if I show a case, what plasma can do. So for example, we can actually enable nanostructuring of materials, like biomimetic surfaces. We take examples from the real life, from Mother Nature, and maybe we can create some of the features by plasma technology, and we can use it, for example, for medical implants to improve the biocompatibility and so on. This can be also used for polymeric materials. For example, in this case, we were using, and we also patented this technology. This is atmospheric pressure plasma, because plasma can be in low pressure or in atmospheric pressure. In case of atmospheric pressure, it's very easy to use. It's also used for skin, for wound healing now. So it is also certified and already put on the market in Germany. They have a few devices with this. So plasma can be used for modification of surfaces. It's, let's say, cold plasma. So it can be used also on polymeric materials. For example, here you can see the atomic force microscopy image of polymer material, which was treated by plasma. And you can see before it was really flat, let's say, but after plasma treatment, you can see this nanostructure, because plasma is preferentially etching one part to another. So for example, a more amorphous or more crystalline parts, they will be etched differently. If there are some fillers, of course, again, a bit different. So you can maybe use this to improve hydrophilicity or to functionalize the surface to improve bonding. But in our case, in this technology was actually used for medical application to prevent attachment of biomolecules on this Eppendorf tube, because we needed higher yields of the material, which is very precious biological material, which is in really low volume. And if we lose it on this wall, it's a problem for detection. So this was the main point in this case. Then we also do a lot on materials like for vascular stents. In this case, the problem is biocompatibility of these vascular stents that are used to broaden our blood vessels. And in this case, we use plasma technology to alter the surface in terms of nanostructuring and also a bit of chemistry. So we grew on the surface titanium dioxide, which prevented adhesion of platelets and improved biocompatibility and so on. So plasma can be used also in this direction. And maybe the recent project, it's called Sugar Hill, where we actually developed, which is more on your circular economy topic. In this case, we used sugar bag waste to produce cellulose. And from this cellulose, we extracted the cellulose and made some kind of ink, which we could print. It is like bioprinting, because you can also add then cells inside. And with combining also with plasma technology, we could improve the printing quality, and we could get some special properties of the material, which has effect on the wound healing, for example. So maybe where plasma can be also useful in your situation is we just recently did some studies on microplastic, and because plasma can be also used in water, so maybe it can even remove some microplastic, very small parts, of course, to defunctionalize them, or to functionalize them in a manner that they are broken to not so dangerous compounds. But this is maybe some more research work to be done, but maybe it has some interest. And where plasma can also be used, I mentioned it can be used also in water very simply. So in this case, we obtain some kind of reactive oxygen species. For example, if you use oxygen water, oh yeah, it can be used also for wine and in other foods. But I'm not really sure about the taste then. But I just wanted to mention also in agriculture, for example, of treatment of berries or for removal of toxins from the surface, which is also an issue. Plasma is getting really important role, and a lot of research is done in this direction. So I just wanted to present, because maybe you can find it useful in your maybe even project or something. So this is actually all from my side, and thank you for the attention.
It's super interesting, and how the practical part of the smart specialization strategies are going into projects and defining key enabling technologies. And having a key enabling technology means accessing to funds at the...
Yes, actually, we hope all the time, right? Now it was just a call out of TRL 326. And in this case, the call was out with these key enabling technologies and the topics on SRIP. But, you know, it is promoting these topics, but all other can also apply. So it's, but we will see how the call is still not finished. So the 14th of May, 18th, okay. 18th of May, the project call is closed. So after that, the evaluation will start. So we will see the results of this. It's actually the first call that it's really more directed in what SRIPs are doing. And we would really like to promote this, because if we have one strategy in Slovenia, we should somehow go with it, not to distribute these funds to every small piece, and instead of looking at the big picture, I think, but it's hard.
The SRIPs themselves have funding? Or?
Actually, we have 50% of European funding and 50% we have to add. Actually, it's like this. For €1 that we get, we get €1 from Europe. So it's not so easy. Yeah, but we have some kind of funding. But it's hard because we are mainly getting this money from our partners. So the members, yeah. So we are taking like membership from the companies. In our SRIP, for example, we have about 100 members. So 100 companies are members of our SRIP. And then we offer these possibilities. But for example, for the course, it's not that you need to be a member. So this may be, yeah, it's a bit harder to arrange. But anyway, we are open for collaboration, and the main point of SRIP is to bring together and to work together and to try to build this value chain, for example, in one company which needs probably robotics, it needs materials, it needs plasma. So to find this, and maybe finding even other companies which can help in this direction and building the final end product. But it's not so easy, because usually you have also competitors. You have to be careful which companies you connect with each other. It's also some secret know-hows, but usually we try to manage, and we are successful in some parts. Yeah.
Well, I have to ask a listening question. There any questions?
Right now, no, but I think that I can talk a little bit about what we are doing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe just to can you bit elaborate on that intelligent control system for factories of the future? Because the whole company that focused on that also within INCIRCULAR.
Artificial intelligence or and robotics?
Yeah, intelligent control system for factories.
Okay, yeah.
I see there are some things which very much aligned with what we are doing.
Yes.
Could you repeat the question? Because
Yeah. It's actually this slide, right, on the factories of the future, where we have the key enabling technologies.
Maybe people online hear
the question, yeah. It was very far here. So the modern production methods for materials and nano and quantum technologies. No, you meant actually this one, in advanced, robotics and intelligent control systems for the factories of the future. In this case, we have actually one Zavod. It's not a company, it's some kind of union which is working on this topic a lot. So they have these control systems, and they are actually, because we are also trying to build some kind of national demo center, like factories of the future. And in this case, they are doing all these technological communication systems. So for the final, I can connect you with the people who are doing this. It's not very much of my field of research, but they are doing a lot for optimization, also artificial intelligence. It's also optimization of processes and everything like this, yeah. Okay.
The presence of SMEs in the...
Yeah, we have a lot of SMEs, yeah. We have a lot of SMEs. We have different structure. We have SMEs and bigger companies, but more of SMEs, yeah.
In the members or in the partners of some projects?
Yes, and then we try to make different projects together, and yeah. But this, of course, it depends on which partners, where, for example, now this TRL 326, we are applying for these projects, and in this case, it was like 25% only of financing for the SMEs and for, so for the big projects, So it's a big program. It's, I don't know, I forgot, it's 6 million or...
For public research organization, it's 100% funding, but for companies, it's 125%.
For the big project.
There is not fund between SMEs or big company about the amount of financing?
In this big program now, not. But we have 3 programs. One is really big one. Then is the second one where there is a difference for the medium and small.
Medium 5 to 7.
Yeah.
And 3 to 5 million.
Yes.
And
the biggest is 9.
9, right? Yeah.
It's 5 to 9 million. The biggest one, and the smallest one is up to 3 million. Okay. And for the smallest one, the companies can get even higher percentage of funding. Depends on the type of company. So big companies a little bit less. Small company.
You can say I'm just going to put the online participants here so we can see how they are. If they have some questions. Sorry, because we are creating here some interaction and a change, and you may be losing some information with the audio. Do you have any questions, online participants?
No, in the big one.
That's very difficult to be expected. We have here how many clients will get on the big one. So that's full.
I think there would be quite a fight in the first on the big especially on technology
So we are factors of the future.
Together with Chemical Institute.
Yes. So I think we can maybe close the online participation now, and we can keep with the conversation because they're having some problems hearing us. So thank you very much for attending this session. This is going to be recorded and uploaded to the project's YouTube. If you have any question, that's the moment. If not, we're going to close the meeting and we're going to visit the fair and have some more conversations. But if not, I'm going to close the meeting. Thank you very much for attending and have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you so much, Jorge.
Thank you, Jorge. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.